you'll see a beautiful view of the Grand Canyon.
Told you we could fly!
Oh, the Sun Cruise did
Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2024 superhero sequel Venom: The Last Dance. The film is directed by and co-written by Kelly Marcel and it stars Tom Hardy, Juno Temple, Rhys Evans, Peggy Lou and Stephen Graham. Right, this is the third and supposed final outing for Tom Hardy as Venom, and this time round, well, he's on the run, I suppose, or they're both on the run from Null, who is the creator of the symbiote. He has sent his scouts to Earth to find this codex. Really, it's a MacGuffin, I suppose. There's a codex hidden within Venom, who is obviously embedded with Tom Hardy. When he shows himself Venom, this codex is visible and this creature can track him down. If this codex is destroyed, then basically Earth is buggered. So they have to go on the run, basically, from this creature and also the US Army and pretty much everybody else in order to keep themselves safe, keep this codex safe, and keep the planet safe. Right. What are my thoughts on Venom: The Last Dance? Well, I think the Venom trilogy, as we can call it now, I suppose, has been a mixed bag for many. I think the first one most people enjoyed, a bit of a guilty pleasure. I think most people agree that the second one was pretty disappointing. I didn't hate the second one, but I wasn't a big fan of it. I thought it was a bit of a letdown. And the reviews for this are less than stellar, I think it's fair to say so far. But that doesn't worry me or bother me because most critics can be pretty snobbish about these things anyway. So what you'll get like the critics' reviews, which are never going to give this a good review, and then you've got the fanboys, if you like, of Marvel, Venom, Spider-Man that won't like this film because it's not giving them what they want. But as a neutral, which I would class myself as, you know, a fairly casual watcher of the Venom films, and I don't carry any baggage about what I want and expect from a Venom film, I quite enjoyed this. So there. What are you going to do about it, you fanboys? Not a lot. I actually thought this was really quite entertaining. I preferred this over the second one, if I'm going to be completely honest. I think this has now got to the point where it is genuinely self-aware of what it is and what it's trying to be, and it is just rolling with it and having fun with it. I think Tom Hardy is pretty aware of probably some of the fan backlash of the Venom films, is pretty aware of, you know, what these films are, and the reason why I'm fairly sure of that is because he co-wrote this film and he co-produced it. So I don't think there should be any illusions from you guys. If you go in to watch this film, you're not going in to watch a gritty, grounded superhero drama. Who wants to watch that? Nobody. None of us, unless it's Batman or something like that. You know, you want it gritty and dark and grounded sometimes with Batman, but I don't want it with a Venom film. I want it to be way over the top. I want it to be a bit outlandish and silly. And I don't really care whether it makes sense or not. And, you know, the facts are with this film, is it silly? Yes, it's silly. Does it make sense? Absolutely bloody not. Is it fun? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I found this quite fun. I had a smile on my face throughout this film, apart from that stupid dance routine that he does with Peggy Lou's Mrs. Chen in Vegas that didn't make sense because he knows that if he reveals himself Venom, the codex is lit up and then this creature can find him, but he's happy to do it anyway, just have a dance with Mrs. Chen. Sorry, but that was utter bollocks, that scene. I didn't like that. Everything else, though, yeah, okay, you can pick this film apart if you really want to. You really, really can. But I found it actually quite funny as well at times. I really did. The bit where he he finds Rhys Evans' family, who's a bit like a aging hippie, I suppose, with his family, his wife and 2 kids, and they're going to Area 51 because Area 51's been shut down. And he wants to, go and see if there's any evidence of alien life because he's a bit of a conspiracy theorist. And he runs across Eddie Brock as he's on the run from this thing. And he offers him some food, and he sits down and he gives him like a plate of veggie food, and Venom throws it away, but it looks like Tom Hardy's thrown it away, Eddie Brock. I thought it was funny. I don't actually think Tom Hardy gets anywhere near enough credit for his physical performance in these films, and absolutely in this one as well. It's at times it's comedy gold, just from the way he walks. Just some of the things he does, and we know he does the voice for Venom as well. I think he's really now settled into this role, and he's comfortable in doing the role now, and kind of having fun with it. And so why shouldn't I do the same as an audience member? Because I did. I had a lot of fun with that, and his physical performance as well really stood out when he in Vegas, when he goes into one of the casinos and immediately Venom sits him down at a gambling machine, like a slot machine, and blows all the money on the slot machine. But the actions of Tom Hardy, like he's being controlled by pulling the levers and stuff, it's very good, and it stands out, the physical performance. But then you've also got on top of that the action scenes, which are done very, very well. I mean, it's fairly fast paced, is this, because he basically is on the run for 90% of the film, Eddie Brock and Venom. So, it moves at a decently fast pace here, and I quite enjoyed that. People are probably going to throw shade at some of the CGI. Some of the CGI is okay, it's not fantastic, but I don't think it spoils the film or anything. I thought the CGI for Venom himself was very good, and you get quite a few symbiotes by the end of the film as well joining in. And I quite enjoyed the design for these creatures that, a creature that's come to Earth to kind of track this codex. You don't see a lot of Nom. Is it Nom, I believe he's called? There's a end credit scene or mid credit scene with him at the end, and it actually gets quite, I don't want to say, I think emotional's the wrong word, but the ending does kind of get a little bit like that. You kind of appreciate this relationship that Eddie has built with Venom over the years, and there's this sense of respect there between the two of them that I thought, comes across quite strongly in the film. So, yeah, okay, this is not going to win Film of the Year. I suspect it's going to make a shit ton of money, though, as the first two did. So, these really should be looked at as standalone films. Venom, just his own films, Do I care that Spider-Man's not in it? Not really, no. Do I care that any other, Marvel, cinematic universe connections are there? No, I don't. Sony are perfectly entitled to do these films, and why would they not? Each of them has been successful, maybe not critically, but definitely commercially, and that says a lot about audience members. Sometimes you just want to go into a film, click off your brain, have a little bit of fun, come out and forget about it, sort of thing. And that's what I want from films. I don't care if this plot ties into that, or that character ties into this thing, or blah blah blah. I'm not that fussed. I just want to be entertained, and this one entertained me. You know what I mean? I thought it was quite a lot of fun. So yeah, check it out. I'll put it this way: if you enjoyed the first one and you enjoyed the second one, and I wasn't keen on the second one, then you're absolutely, I think, going to enjoy this one. It's more of the same. Lots of silliness, nice physical performance by Tom Hardy, and lots of action along the way. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. I will, of course, be back with plenty more content on the channel very, very soon.